Hello, friends. Welcome to Family Movie Night, where we will be talking about what we watch for Family Movie Night. I'm Mike, and today we'll be talking about Maleficent. So, Maleficent is the 2014 pseudo live action remake of Sleeping Beauty from Maleficent's perspective. The premise is a vengeful fairy is driven to curse an infant princess, only to discover that the child could be the one person who can restore peace to their troubled land. This stars Angelina Jolie as the titular character Maleficent, Elle Fanning as Aurora. We've got Charlton Copley as Stefan. We've got Leslie Manville, Imelda Staunton, and Juno Temple as the three fairies who are tasked with watching after Aurora after Maleficent curses her, and Brandon Thwaites as Prince Philip. So, where to begin with this? The first thing, I suppose, is Maleficent kind of represents something about Disney that I kind of appreciate that they do. So they look back at some of their animated movies and they're trying to say something different or they're trying to say something new for them. So for example, in this they give Maleficent a little bit more agency where she is not just like an evil person for the sake of being evil. She is scorned by a friend, perhaps lover, I guess, in Stefan. And also, they're trying to flip the script a little bit to assure that she is not just the bad guy that she's portrayed in the movie, in the original Sleeping Beauty, which in and itself is not necessarily a bad thing. However, like it's just it goes way too far with this. I thought some of the fantasy elements were really good, and I think if they just would have stuck their grounds a little bit more and be like, yeah, she is kind of just really she's be like all of this is semi justified at the end of the day, especially with what Stefan does to get the crown. So I get what they're trying to do with Maleficent. They're trying to give her a little bit more agency. And I think if they would have just still kept her an evil person, but even just have a tinge of regret about it, because to curse a child when she's an infant, that's a pretty crappy thing to do. But to see the person that Aurora grows up into and to have a little bit of regret for that, I think that would have been just enough. And I think it just goes too far in the other direction to kind of paint Maleficent as the victim in a lot of this. And yeah, but the other thing that they do really well is that they present Aurora as somebody who is an actual character, not just a device to get us from plot A to plot B, but to show that she is actually someone worth saving, for example. And she could be somebody that could tie worlds together. So I actually think that that's a really good thing that they did that, but there was just not enough of that. And I get it, it's Maleficent's story, but she's intrinsically tied to Aurora as a character. So I thought that those were some interesting choices. I think the inclusion of Stefan as being a bit of a love interest for Maleficent, I don't think that that was a good idea. I think it kind of just paints Maleficent as a jealous, scorned individual. And this is going to sound bad, but just hear me out on this. I think it's a good thing that they added the part where he comes into the land that she's in charge of, and he takes her wings, which, boy, that's a crappy thing to do. But I think that kind of just ups the stakes a lot for somebody like Maleficent to do that and to then just be, just absolutely devastated and evil about this. They've turned the three fairies kind of into bumbling idiots as well, which that's sad to see because it feels like you're robbing Peter to pay Paul at that point. Because if you kept those three fairies with a little bit of agency and kind of giving them a bit of ownership of, they are part of the reason why Aurora is the way that she is, instead of that being not the case at all, I guess there's that. It's well shot. The action sequence were really cool. I don't understand how we're gonna do a sequel to this, so I guess we shall see in the coming weeks, I suppose. But yeah, it's an interesting movie. Definitely not like a lot of the other Disney live action movies. I wouldn't rank this above a lot of them. Like, it's not better than Cinderella. It's not better than Aladdin. It's not better than, well, mainly those two. But it's definitely better than Pinocchio or Peter Pan or Lady and the Tramp or anything else that Disney Plus shelled out. So, interesting take. Didn't always work for me. This is probably a one and done. Gwen hasn't asked to watch this again, so we'll just wait to see from there. I'd give it a thumbs middle. Gwen liked it enough to give it probably a thumbs up because she gave everything a thumbs up. So we will report back on how the sequel was when we eventually watch it. That's going to do it for this episode of Family Movie Night. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to Anything and Everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website at spdmcrew.com. Follow us on Letterboxd at mlhilty2452 and follow our list labeled Family Movie Night. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. Check out other shows on our network. We've got lots of shows involving movies, TV shows, physical media collections, sports, comics, literature, pretty much anything that you could ask for. So check out the other shows on the network. And if you've got a podcast idea and you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, happy watching, friends.